Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for participating. This is Anna, Advantech WISE-iEMS Global Marketing Specialist and your host today. As we know the date is close to Christmas and New Year vacation, it's our great pleasure to have you here. First of all, let me invite our speakers to turn on your cameras and greet customers, please. Thank you. In today's webinar, our speakers will introduce how to help customers effectively manage energy and carbon emission. It is my great pleasure to announce the Path for Enterprises to Manage Energy and Carbon Emission webinar now begins. Now, let's welcome our distinguished Vice President of Advantech North America Industrial IoT Group, Gerry OGorman. Gerry, please.
My name is Gerry OGorman. I'm a VP at Advantech North America. My topic relates to how technology drives compliance with ESG targets. I will speak about the role of technology, particularly in the areas of automated energy management and carbon emissions reduction, and how this drives huge energy and emissions savings. ESG is often viewed as the more tangible relation of corporate social responsibility, given that it's easier to quantify, measure, and manage. However, ESG still covers a wide range of issues, and this is one of the reasons organizations have struggled to get their arms around it and put in place the controls, processes, and reports required to achieve compliance. As all things ESG related move top of mind for boards of directors, investors, customers, and employees, getting to grips with managing and monitoring ESG and sustainability topics becomes increasingly paramount. Technology plays a crucial role in monitoring, visualization, alerting, controlling, and ultimately reducing energy usage and CO2 emissions, and provides convenient reporting and data analytics capabilities that drive compliance with these ESG targets. Overall, new technologies will deliver benefits to the planet in areas of electricity consumption, water consumption, and recycling and CO2 emissions. According to the European Green Deal, by 2050, all member states will have circular economies, having achieved net zero emissions. The United States also has bold plans to decarbonize the economy and aim for a net zero emissions target by 2050 also. When we consider the life cycle of products, even new technology products and solutions in IoT, edge compute, AI, robotics, etc., they all initially have a negative impact on sustainability through their manufacturing and distribution phases. However, in their application in smart systems, this will drive major improvements in efficiency and huge savings in energy and resource usage through their working life cycle. A study by Transforma Insights shows an expected benefit of 5 petawatt-hours of energy savings from new technology deployments by 2030, with net electricity savings of 1.6 petawatt-hours and hydrocarbon fuel energy savings of 3.4 petawatt-hours. To put this in context, the annual electricity usage in the USA is just over 4 petawatt-hours. Additionally, water consumption savings of 230 billion cubic meters and over 1 gigaton of CO2 emission savings will be realized. This Transforma Insight study also confirmed that most of the benefits will derive from IoT-related technologies, and the majority will come from industrial and commercial applications rather than consumer-related ones. The most impactful application areas will be in smart grid, HVAC, road fleet management, and intelligent traffic systems. These selected IoT application areas like smart factories and buildings, smart grid, public transportation, fleet management, logistics and supply chain, in addition to smart agriculture, will be the biggest drivers and enablers of ESG compliance through technology in the coming years. Advantech, with our comprehensive portfolio of relevant hardware and WISE IoT software, is uniquely positioned to be the critical enabler of technology-based solutions to drive ESG target achievement and compliance. Some results of a survey into ESG compliance by Sphera.com showed that while most organizations are aware of ESG and sustainability objectives, only 20% of respondents had a dedicated sustainability software in place to manage and report data. IoT to date has been considered in terms of operational efficiency, the drive for a smarter, leaner Factory 4.0 world. Our IEMS suite of software applications will demonstrate that IoT is the interface. It's the bridge between the technology and the needs of ESG programs, delivering both applications performance like connectivity, monitoring, visualization, and control, along with a suite of compliance reporting modules and apps. Advantech has long been a leader in the supply of intelligent edge gateways, computers, and controllers that enable intelligent interfacing with machines, metering devices, facilities, and operations of all kinds. Our WISE-Edge 365 device management software orchestrates both device management and data management to ensure all systems are operating to the highest revision levels while securely delivering data to our cloud applications such as IEMS for energy management and a range of factory automation applications, the iFactory suite. However, the IEMS application suite is the key focus area for today's discussion. This architecture for energy management will feature prominently in today's webinar. Advantech is active at each layer of the architecture to enable solutions that contribute to the attainment of ESG and sustainability objectives and compliance. Our portfolio of intelligent sensors, gateways, and AI-enabled computers and controllers provide essential monitoring and data gathering from facilities and industrial processes. This data is delivered securely and automatically to cloud or edge-enabled applications that drive significant energy and efficiency reductions, in addition to supporting reporting compliance to meet various ISO standards for sustainability. Our speakers today will delve deeper into both the ISO standards for sustainability, as well as the detailed benefits of our IEMS Eco Enterprise and our IEMS Eco Watch software application suites. Advantech will celebrate its 40th anniversary in 2023. Its growth and progress can be divided into three distinct phases. Phase one is the development and supply of hardware platforms and the attainment of a leadership position in IPC hardware worldwide. Advantech has made a substantial entry into the development of software applications since 2014. Now, nearly 300 R&D and product personnel are dedicated to this strategic investment in software development, culminating in our current WISE-IoT platform and suite of associated solution applications. The entire WISE-IoT platform has been widely deployed and field tested. Our focus now is on the development of our ecosystem of qualified and trained partners to deploy and scale WISE-IoT solutions in a variety of industry verticals across the globe. Since the end of 2019, Advantech has progressed through the co-creation phase 2 to produce solution-ready packages and has embarked on phase 3. Phase 3 provides a low-code platform and suite of applications on a cloud subscription basis. The low-code platform and solution modules for energy management and sustainability, along with intelligent factory automation, enable our partners to quickly adopt and deploy end-to-end solutions that address important customer requirements and pain points. Finally, our team today will take you through additional details on how our IEMS software suite can smooth your journey to sustainability and ESG compliance. I want to thank you all for your time and interest in supporting our event today, and we look forward to continued engagement with you on this very important topic for your business and for our planet. Thank you.
Thank you, Gerry. What an inspiring opening speech. Next, we're honored to invite Brian Lin, the Vice President of Climate Change and Sustainability Services Department of Ernst Young Global Limited, to share how to enhance ESG performance with ISO certifications framework. Brian, please.
Hello, everyone. It's me, Brian Lin. I'm VP from EY, and it's my honor to be the guest speaker for this event. Today, I'm going to share my experience regarding to ESG chain and how EY helped clients to become the pilot of the ESG solutions. And my topic today is enhance ESG performance with ISO certificate framework. Nowadays, the carbon issue has become a worldwide trend, and everyone knows this is an important issue for every countries. And there are three reasons behind this. The first one is the climate change risk and opportunities, and this belongs to the financial institutions. So from now on, all the enterprise related to finance issues, the banking, the investment, they will start to evaluate companies' ESG rating. So put it in this way, if the company's ESG rating is low, they cannot borrow too much money from the bank, and even they can get money from the bank, their interest rate will be higher than the others. So this will all change the way companies evaluate themselves and from the bank perspective. Secondly, the global ESG regulatory pressure. So we all know this happens when the Paris Agreement. And after that, every different countries or nations will have their own regulatory regarding to carbon emissions. So now we all know the European Union will have their CBAM rules, which related to the carbon tax. And from now on, every company, when they export their product into European countries, they need to think about their product footprint. The more their product produce or emit CO2 emission, the more carbon tax they will pay to the import countries. So this will change the way we do business. The old way business is how you make the product cheap and the quality should be good. From now on, every company should think about how they make the product less CO2 emissions. And third, there will be growing demands for sustainability in the supply chain. So all the big brands, for example, Apple, Google, Nike, Adidas, they will ask all their suppliers to follow their code of conduct. So which their code of conduct includes ESG criteria. For example, their CO2 emission. In social, they will care their labor rights, how they do well in their working environments. They will audit quarter by quarter by those big brands. So everyone, start from now, should think about how they make their business. So in order to fulfill all those CO2 emission compliance, EY suggests that we should follow the four steps to follow. First, the top management should share the common visions and the goals for the carbon emissions. That's the most important part for all the companies. As I stated before, all the business environment has been changed, and this insight should be embedded into companies' strategy. Second, make sure your greenhouse gas emission first. At least you need to know what the status you are now in order to cut down or reduce your carbon emissions. Third, set a target to reduce. Lastly, implement carbon reduction policies and conduct this review regulatory. Even you have to make yourself a CO2 KPI to review it and fix it every quarterly. So they are some of the suggestions or action items the companies can try to implement in your companies. For example, from your left-hand side, ISO 14064 for your enterprise CO2 emissions. For your product level, we use ISO 14067. And for your energy management system, we use ISO 50001. And some of the company are thinking about install solar energy systems and to get the green building labels to cut down the, we call scope 2 emissions. And some of the companies which is much more advanced than the others, they will start to doing the carbon offsetting and the carbon trading. Some of them start to do the carbon neutralizing. These are the actions that the companies can plan ahead and try to finish them before 2050. And along with that, we suggest the company should report their status year by year by following the framework on your right-hand side, which is your sustainability report, your carbon disclosures, and TCFD. Our host today, Advantech, they have done a lot. For example, they have done ISO 14064 in 2019, and they already calculate their category 3. And they set up their target and using SBT for their target setting. And the target setting is to reduce 60% of carbon insensitive in scope 1 and 2, and 48% of scope 3. And they do it in 3 ways. First, energy saving. Secondly, they embedded and use their product, IEMS, to help them gathering all the data, both real-time and accurately. Third, they implement their clean technology. For example, they install solar power and they purchase the green power from the governments. This will all affect their CO2 emissions. And if you still don't know how to do it, we suggest you start from the energy, the largest source of emissions. Normally, we manage it for a company, we do PDCA, like the slide in your left-hand side. You should planning ahead, both consider your internal and external issues and talk with stakeholders' need and their expectations, and then think about how our current situation is and get all the supports and operations involved and checking your performance all the time, and then improvement, use PDCA and keep your performance upgrade each time. So as I mentioned, you need to have a good tools to help them do that. The Advantech has their IEMS tools, and which can help you do that automationally, gathering data together in real time, and then through the platforms, they can have their centralized management, and you can understand which equipment has issues, and you can correct it real time, really fast. And lastly, they will have a dashboard for you to utilize all the data and the information in the systems to help you to have better understand of your energy management status and help you upgrade all the system together. This will close my speaking today. And normally, the last important thing is you set up the goal. There are different rules for you to set up your goals. For example, you can start with the ISO standards, and you can use CDPs, TCFD, and all those things you can help. And I believe that they are tools for the companies which can help you to quick react to the situations for the business environment. And thank Advantech to ask me to be the guest speakers. And I wish you all the best. And thank you.
Let us welcome Jovi, our BDM of WISE-iEMS, to continue this webinar and to share her speech with us. Please,
yeah,
Jovi.
No problem. So could you help to, okay, sorry. So hello, everyone. I'm Jovi, the BDM of Advantech's IEMS team. Today, I'm going to share how to empower energy-saving transformation by one of IEMS module called EcoWatch. Before we start, let me open up with a drawing of an industrial scenario. So this is a typical scenario with commercial buildings for enterprises along with their factories. Advantech Energy Solutions focus on this type of scenario, covering from site energy management, which we may refer to ISO 5001, to high energy consumption facility management components like HVAC and compressor. As carbon emission contains scope 1, 2, and 3, which includes direct emissions by organization activities and indirect emissions. We simplify the process in collecting carbon usage data and turn that into a module for carbon asset management with emissions trends and detailed report for ISO 14064 compliance. Finally, in order to echo sustainable goals for enterprises, we have specific module for enterprise decarbonization path to compare company net zero progress and green power investment with their annual goals. Now let me put 5 IEMS modules mentioned into real practice architecture. We can see from the bottom facilities including lighting, compressor, etc. Different kinds of energy data are collected by types of meters and acquired to our data platform by our edge computing devices such as gateway, PLCs, and IPCs. Eventually, those data can be visualized and shown in the full spec of IEMS dashboards and put the analysis based on different energy management purpose. So for today's topic, I will focus on the level 1 on-site energy management module called EcoWatch, which is on the first left-hand side, and combine the energy saving strategy, which we can be used by this module. And in the next session, my colleague will introduce more about level 2 modules focusing on sustainable management. So nowadays, more and more companies are looking for ways in reducing carbon emissions and save energy costs. By reviewing our carbon emission activities, we can see mostly high energy costs and high carbon emissions can be related to purchased energy, which would be electricity, steam, heat, and cooling. And that's why when we talk about energy saving transformation, we start from EcoWatch to fully understand our purchased energy flow and usage, so that we can conduct our energy saving projects and evaluate the performance based on that. As we know, in the past, we used to tackle issues by building different kinds of systems, one by one. Yet systems are usually siloed and not connected with each other. let alone with energy KPIs or ESG goals. What's worse, manual ways in collecting meter information is rather time-consuming and easier to get wrong data, makes it even harder to manage. We understand your pain point, so IEMS proposed a fundamental solution from edge to cloud to firstly visualize data, reduce waste, and increase efficiency of energy use to reduce energy costs in the first matter. So to manage data and start our energy saving journey, we can break down into 4 steps. Firstly, by collecting on-site data, we monitor real-time situation and set up alarm threshold to get notified when emergency occurs or consumption exceeds boundary. Secondly, by utilizing statistics and analysis, we organize energy structure and point out the issue. Same type of facility could have different performance. Customer can use collected data to calculate facility efficiency and rearrange scheduled operation time to save cost. Thirdly, we can conduct energy-saving projects and review the performance in the system by comparing multiple dimensions or objects under different time periods. This can help us to prioritize our action items and optimize our energy-saving strategy. Finally, to control energy consumption or applying ISO certification requires documents and reports. By EcoWatch, we output required information with standard reports based on different requirements. And here's an overview of EcoWatch's ready-to-go layouts. By connecting data to the platform, data will be visualized and displayed in an organized and analyzed manner. These ready-to-go templates are automatically applied as a quick start for customers to review their energy use. Yet all standard layouts could be customized based on different scenarios and customer requirements. And now let's move to some key functions with different scenarios. As we have different roles in the company using the system, we try to define different roles' key concern and display analyzed data based on their job missions. For example, manager may want to review energy consumption status and see if it's reasonable. So we categorize energy types and automatically highlight abnormal energy consumptions by benchmarking our KPI or energy performance indicator. And those data can be sorted by time or location and by different energy items. And in the cost center, or we say peak to valley analysis, we manage energy costs, especially for intensive electricity power loads in different time period by filling charging rates in different times and calculate bills based on the energy cost. With detailed structured statistics, customer can reconsider their electricity usage policies and manage to make the best cost-effective electricity contract. On the other hand, while manual meter reading contains extra workload, by EcoWatch's automatic meter reading and regular report output, data processing becomes more efficient with accuracy. And there are less worries about data missing and misjudging resulting from wrong data inputs. Finally, managers may like to know the effectiveness of energy-saving actions and know how far we are from our goals. With yearly KPI page, we compare with our baseline year and reveal monthly data with productivity indicators, so management can see energy consumption together with ideas of productivity to balance the judgment. In short, yearly KPI helps to review energy usage trend and show current progress and bring more ideas about the future energy saving plans. IEMS put the whole energy flow under the magnifier and turned manual record behavior into automatic report system. Now we are able to review the energy through the multiple dimensions. Start from energy monitoring to optimization, achieving an average 3 to 10% energy cost saving 80% human cost on back and forth on-site checking and conducting reports, and in overall increasing 20% of energy management efficiency. To sum up, EcoWatch solution helps visualize energy data and put to analysis by adopting KPIs or energy performance indicator, sending out alerts, notification, and finally put an analyzed data into reports for a compliance purpose. With standard layouts, enterprises can quickly start their energy saving journey. And on the backend side, low-coding platform helps customers to set up their organization or facility topology by dragging and dropping different components. Finally, the platform could be applied to multiple sites, which means no matter where the enterprise located, the headquarters can always use one platform to manage and see clear information from the system. And here, let me share some of the successful cases we have done with IEMS solutions. We support different kinds of enterprises to empower energy-saving transformation with Advantech's ecosystem partners. And that covers all of my sharing for today. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for hearing.
Thank you, Jofi. Next, let us welcome Emerald Zhu, the product manager of WISE-iEMS, to share how to activate your environmental performance disclosure with IEMS Eco Enterprise. Emerald, please.
Hello, everyone. I'm Emerald from the Intelligent Energy Management team for Advantech. I'm the product manager. I'm going to speak on the topic of how Advantech uses dashboard to track and demonstrate environmental performance in ESG rating. Give you a little bit context of the current approach to sustainable management in an enterprise. There are 3 levels of a group from top to bottom in the corporate, handling different issues. The first is governance level. The board of directors is responsible for the overall direction of the ESG strategy, oversee ESG related issues, and is ultimately responsible for these performances. And the ESG committee needs to evaluate and determine risk and opportunity, ensure that appropriate and effective internal control systems are in place, then set the ESG management approach, strategy, priorities, and objectives by reviewing the performance regularly against the goal and target, and approve the disclosure in the ESG report. The second is the management level. The ESG steering group is assisting the ESG committee in the implementation of the ESG work and reporting relating issue and matter to the committee, guiding and supervising the specific work, and listening to the report from the working group. The last is the executive body level. The working group carry out and promoting specific tasks under the guidance of steering groups. By understanding most of the key decision makers in sustainable management are CEO and managers. They have to set priority items, allocate resources, and make procurement decisions. We organize 5 key dashboards to help this management level of the decision maker to communicate with internal and external stakeholders, making sure people keep their thought in their work items. I want to start with the value of the 5 key dashboards that enable decision makers to control the progress of the sustainability indicator and the achievement of the goal in the environmental segment. The first is the global insight to disclosure the corporate global performance, including the main parent company and the worldwide subsidiaries. Manager can see whether internal action stay in line with the carbon neutrality target. Second is the RE100 roadmap, the demonstrate regional renewable power implementation and track the differences between regional fossil fuel and renewable energy through short and long-term views, which can offer insight to the investment team on when and how to keep the percentage of the renewable use in each location. Third is the site emission overview. From the view of different organization level, manager identify major carbon emission hotspots of different regions, such as building, division and or factory in different period of time, like months or years. Fourth, the decarbonization dashboard can control the balance of cost and risk of the carbon reduction measures adopted in all regions from the corporate perspective. The last is a site eco-watch. By connecting the local energy management system, the sustainability or energy manager can monitor various energy usage by region down to equipment to identify major energy consumption. Now we look at the interface of global insight, the view from the country or overall corporate in reporting year can be selected by the filter. The ESG committee can see the key environmental indicator valued by both external investor or rating and internal management level at the top of the column. The right chart is the view from the chain in fossil consumption and total and electricity consumption and total carbon emission year by year. It reviews the gap between carbon emission target and reduction target. And the left is the evaluation curve of carbon reduction measure. It shows whether there are the maximum benefit from the implementation of energy saving and decarbonization action. The bottom of the table presents the carbon emission and also fossil fuel and electricity consumption of all sides. A clear pathway today is embrace renewable, whether by consuming green electricity, but also by producing our self-energy. The interface of RE100 roadmap is designed for the ESG committee to communicate the renewable energy status of each organization in different countries and development localized investment strategy to prove the active action toward the goal. So through the filter on the top of the chart, user can review their annual performance by countries. The proportion of the accumulative usage of the renewable energy is the most critical indicator for accounting. As below, to facilitate the responses to the international RE100 initiative, we visualize the investment plan for the key years before meeting the RE100 target years. The concept of how we consider the investment plan is based on the regional development of the green energy and the growth of local energy consumption. Then one of the practical actions from adopting common approach is by implementing green energy establishment to reduce the dependency on purchased electricity. By accounting the scope 1 and 2 as per the GHG protocol and ISO standard, we know the key to having a tool to automate your carbon emission. From energy consumption, you can get your emission tracking on calculation at the site level and the top consumption portfolio. At the same time, we can use the interface to sustainability to compare between year-on-year or best year set by the sustainable manager, confirming the baseline of emission aligned with carbon reduction target. The top of the column presents the total carbon emission from both direct and indirect emission of the organization boundaries. Here we visualize two granularity by years and months, so the display can help to track down the source of emission hotspot by both energy types or the period of time, such as month or year. Manager wants to know the impact of the emission reduction measure on the ROI return over the investment, reduction in cost, or an reduction in emission. They have to review the corporate or region key information for the reporting year. The first thing is whether the investment in response to different site scenarios lead to an increase or decrease in long-term benefits. Secondly, the manager can check the positive or negative result after adopting measures based on the unit reduction code. The interface displays major carbon reduction programs to understand the corporate or site achievement in the year. A straightforward view of understanding the proportion of the enterprise or site carbon reduction program is together with the trend in the investment amount on the left chart, which can measure if the net zero target will be reached. Also considering the differences in regional policy and development, we viewed all the regions' short, medium, and long-term investment to match the corporate net zero, green energy, and carbon reduction target. Users use the filter to select the energy type like electricity, water, steam, or gas to review its usage. Through the Site EcoWatch dashboard, we can get real-time database insight into your local portfolio by comparing year-on-year or best year. The left chart shows the local annual energy consumption is further itemized by facility and regions of the factory. By collecting the item, we can quickly know the actual energy consumption of each equipment group from which regionals of the factories. In the meantime, the right chart presented the electricity consumption of the current and the last year and the year-on-year, which is quite a straightforward view to identify abnormal region or equipment energy consumption. And the eco-enterprise is the right solution in this case to achieve sustainability and support ESG goals by fulfilling ISO certification, GRI report, and even CDP disclosure. And the environmental indicator focus on energy and carbon emission management. We target the user of the company, senior manager, officer, and internal sustainable and energy resource management team, and stakeholder needed to disclosure or report. We can internally control the energy consumption status of the region. It's easier to summarize ESG relevant report and information. Thirdly, we can benchmark with the requirement of ISO, external assessment, and related initiatives. The last, we comply with mandatory regulation and authority expectation for a sustainable development roadmap. Thank you for standing with me.
Thanks, Emerald. Now, let me introduce Enola Chen, the Senior Consultant of Advantech ESG Department, to share how Advantech is enabling the intelligent and sustainable planet. Please, Enola.
Good day, everyone. My name is Enola Chen on behalf of the ESG Office to give a short introduction regarding the ESG achievement and progress of Advantech today. So in this section, I will introduce the ESG strategies and focus on the environmental dimension and our eco-solution. At the beginning of the presentation, I will give you a glance of ESG achievement of Advantech, including the recognition and the sustainable solutions. The core value of CSR in Advantech aims to enable an intelligent and sustainable planet. Advantech software and hardware products and integrated solutions can be used in growing markets such as the renewable energy, climate mitigation, climate adaptation, telemedicine, and education. So aside from improving Advantech's corporate competitiveness, developing products for sustainable use can also contribute to sustainability. So in 2021, there were 12.1% of revenue from products for sustainable use. and the targets are 30% and 15% of 2022 and 2025 respectively. So this page shows the achievement of Advantech recently. Achievement of developmental dimensions such as the B level of CDP and the other ESG awards such as the silver level of EcoVadis. And we got the recognition from the BCCT due to our smart healthcare solution. And we are the 27th of the best corporate in CSR in Taiwan. Also the top 5 Taiwan global brand. Also the result of DJSI just released in November. And we anticipate the list company in 2025. At the following section, I will introduce the ESG structure, key schedule and strategy of Advantech between 2022 and 2023. As the picture shows, there are 3 dimensions of ESG vision. The first part is the AIoT popularization. The parties such as the AIoT academy and the innovators and the co-creation among corporates and the universities. These actions will cultivate the next generation, and we have the ambitious target to work with 50 universities and expanding the systematical partners to 500. Second, regarding the social dimension, we put the employee well-being and talent development, talent acquisition as the first place. We built our charity strategy focused on the public health, education, and innovation. The third part is green operation. So we have critical targets as the list, such as the A level of CDP and the RE100. 3 key topics, such as the eco-design to deliver greener product and less carbon emission. The climate strategy like the TCFD and SBT announcement and the actions of energy management. We have progressed these years and will keep the improvement. The ESG milestone between 2021 and 2023, the key achievement must be highlighted, such as the approval of SBTi, the regular GHG inventory, and now we expand to scope 3. Also the ongoing projects, such as the ISO 14067 and the ISO 5001. So regarding the green product, we released the green product guideline as well. Also deliver the TCFD financial quantification of climate change risks and opportunities report. From the organizational level, we established the SDC, Sustainable Development Committee, to fulfill the commitment and strengthen the ESG actions. The last, the RE100 application and the IEMS global rollout plan definitely will add value to our sustainability. As the chart shows, we have some structure to implement the ESG progress. This year, we established the SDC, Sustainable Development Committee, in charge of the ESG progress and the agenda. So the G team responsible for the corporate governance, sustainable innovation, risk management, supply chain management, and the ESG function of board members. The E team responsible for green operation and green energy management, and the S team across the ESG office, HR sector, and the Advantech Foundation to deliver the corporate citizenship strategy and the programs of talent acquisition, development, also the arts and cultural affairs, and the IoT education. So let's dive into the E dimension. The Advantech was the third technology company in Taiwan coming to SBTi. We using 2019 as the best year. We proposed target of reducing the carbon intensity of scope 1 and scope 2 by 60% by 2030, and reducing the scope 3 by 49%. So the target drives us continue to move forward in pursuit of the decarbonization. Every year, we participate the CDP survey and use the framework to review our performance of E dimension. The survey indicates our weakness and the strength, also revising our action and decarbonization approaches to achieve the ESG target. We have weakness of target settings, such as the net zero target, the internal carbon pricing, and the lack of renewable energy application. Also, the risk management, value chain engagement, and the financial calculation of climate change still can be improved. So in order to accelerate the ESG improvement, we use our own products, such as the Eco Enterprise, to manage the IE100 progress, and it will benefit our application. Also, the dashboard displays the investing amount, the energy consumption, the percentage of renewable energy and unrenewable energy, so that we can check the progress with the global view and the management level. So we believe the ESG strategy and implementation should integrate with the corporate core business and using the smart tool and platform achieving the decarbonization. So case in Advantech, we are using the Eco Enterprise, Carbon R, and the digital platform of conducting the GHG inventory. So the tool can sort the data of energy consumption, energy efficiency, carbon emission, and its change in local and global. So the product can benefit the corporate to improve the performance of operational efficiency. Finally, we will encourage all the corporate to set your own strategy of energy saving actions, such as the installation of energy management and monitoring system, conducting the GHG inventory, improving the equipment efficiency, and boosting the eco operation efficiency. The second, the energy creation plans, such as the energy storage system or renewable energy installation. The third one is the energy purchasing, or to fulfill the needs of renewable energy. Regular plans like the PPA, I-rate, or T-rate, and investing the renewable power plant. So that's all for my today's presentation, and thanks for your lesson.
Thank you, Enola. Last but not least, let us welcome Ryan Lai, the BDM of Advantech Asian market, to share how to apply the easy subscription service to build an industrial co-creation ecosystem. Ryan, please.
Hello, good afternoon, and good morning to you all. I'm Ryan, Regional Business Development Manager for the Asian regions. Today, I'm going to talk about Industry Co-Creation's ecosystem partner with easy subscription services of IEMS. As you may know, Advantech is a well-known hardware manufacturer, and bundling together with Advantech software tools, we are branded as a SRP solutions, solution-ready packages, and has been successfully implemented globally. Now, we want to take one step further is to provide cloud software as a services, SaaS solutions, while collaborating with our ecosystem partner globally, transforming into recurring revenue business model. In a view of component supply chain disruptions and fast-changing pace of technology, cloud SaaS model bring more and more opportunity as we are venturing into AIoT. In the solution business, flexibility and scalability of the applications is important. And cloud SaaS is flexible and can be easily scaled from proof of concept applications to enterprise-based applications. Furthermore, SaaS subscription is a good recurring revenue for your business. This is the IEMS solution architecture, which I believe other speaker has already covered this. I just want to highlight on the subscription-based application modules under IEMS. Inside of the yellow box, as mentioned earlier, scalability and flexibility of an application is important. Same goes to our IEMS module, where you can easily subscribe those required services at your fingertip. For example, if you require to have energy management and analysis, you can easily subscribe our Echo Watch in a YPass marketplace at any time and any day you wish to do so. Decarbonizations or net zero emissions in environment sustainability scope is important for ESG implementation. Once the level 1 SRP has been implemented, for example, the energy management and analysis, which is our Echo Watch apps, has been implemented, and your client wish to add decarbonized report as a part of ESG implementation, you can easily help your client to scale by adding our Echo Enterprise applications into the same software. In the considerations of scalability and flexibility, Advantech also come up with multiple ways of implementations of WISE-iEMS. Be it self-owned public cloud or Advantech-owned public cloud, or even private cloud, WISE-iEMS can easily implemented in one of those environments. Once the platform or environment has established, you only need to subscribe those needed services such as EcoWatch or Eco Enterprise. Now, here comes the interesting part. Together with WISE-iEMS core module and co-creation partners and our solution partners to establish an industrial ecosystem partnership to create a comprehensive end-to-end solution to meet customer demands. Furthermore, we work together with our eco partners on go-to-market collaborations, including content marketing, Advantech WISE global channel marketing, and numerous offline activities like such as roadshows, training days, and marketing at events. In the end, achieving mutual benefit of ecosystem. Hence, we are welcome everyone to join us as our co-creation partner and domain-focused partner to be part of our ecosystem to co-create the future of ESG era. This is the example of co-marketing that we have done with our ecosystem partners, such as article write-up, success story interview videos to promote the partner solutions. We have developed our own marketplace, which is called WISE Marketplace. In the WISE Marketplace, we are offering our own solutions, software and services, as well as co-creation partner solution, and it is globally available. We are also thinking to have a regional marketplace to focus on more and more refined solutions, and that is suitable in the respective regions. As part of Advantech ESG mission statement, we are striving towards sustainable environment, and we want our partner to join us in this journey. This is the global WISE-iEMS contact window. You may contact these guys to begin some conversation in your own regions on becoming our ecosystem partner to promote our WISE-iEMS. This will be my last slide. Thank you for your attention and have a great day.
Thank you, Ryan. Such a wonderful ending. Now, let us move to the live Q&A session. Ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to leave questions in the chat box. Our speakers will now answer it. And due to the time limitation, we will pick one of the questions to answer it. In the meantime, you're welcome to scan the QR code on the screen and complete the questionnaire to get a free online copy of Energy Management magazine. Now, I will pick one question. Okay, I see. Okay, about this first question, we will email to you later. How about this one? How to establish the energy baseline through the system? Jofi, are you there? Can you help to answer this question?
Yes, Anna, this is Jofi. So about the question, how to establish the energy baseline through the system. Actually, the energy baseline is something we applied for facilities or energy use areas. So the calculation could be done by using the regression analysis of our energy consumption historical data.
Okay, thank you, Jofi. All right, I think that's all of our webinar today. It's WISE-iEMS firstly hosts our overseas webinar. Thanks to all our guests today, we won't have such an unforgettable webinar without your support. WISE-iEMS team wish you a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. See you next time. Bye-bye.